Hello, my name is Amanda Ellis of amandaellis.co.uk and Facebook page Angelic Celestial Colours. I am an Archangel Metatron teacher, guide, and I also channel his words and his energy. And I'm also a colour therapist. You can see the colour bottles behind me, and also a beautiful picture of Archangel Metatron that I've had drawn for me, painted for me. What is going to happen is I'm going to be posting some monthly videos now, which is going to be a channeled video from the energy of Archangel Metatron to just try and give us all some steerage of maybe what is coming up over the next month and how to handle the energy of this particular time of the year that we're talking about. And there may well be other videos between these monthly ones, but certainly at the beginning of each month there will be a monthly transmission of Archangel Metatron's energy. So please view these videos very much as a healing tool for your own benefit. As the words are spoken, they carry the energy of Archangel Metatron, and what comes from this video, the energy of it, carries his energy as well. And it's an energy of transformation. So as you would before doing any form of meditation or healing, before these videos, it's a good idea to just have fully grounded yourself, to ask Archangel Metatron to open up your chakras, your energy centers in the body, so that you're actually able to receive the healing energy that is transmitted. And also it may well be that they need a cleanup, and actually you need to let go of stagnant negative energy. And usually with Metatron that comes through your body and leaves at your feet. So, and you often will feel a tingling or you'll feel a sensation as the energy leaves your body through your feet, and it will just be being taken into the earth and transmuted to love. So that's what happens. I'm now going to spray Archangel Metatron's essence, which I use, which just helps me to connect to him, although I do feel I'm connected to him most of the time, to be honest with you. So it just helps to heighten that connection and acknowledge his presence. So I'm going to put it into my aura, and it's a very beautiful deep magenta colour. And also I'm going to breathe it in, rubbing my palms together. I do sell these essences as well to help you connect to Metatron. They're on my internet page, my website page. So just taking in that beautiful magenta energy of Metatron and acknowledging his presence here with us on the 8th of May. I'm asking for his help for all of us as we navigate the next few weeks. It feels as though for many of you there are mountains to be climbed at this moment, as though many of you have made great progress along your spiritual paths. For some of you this can be something that's happened quite quickly. For others you may have been on the path for many, many years. But it does feel as though you've been making progress, and Metatron wants to congratulate you on that progress that you're making. However, and there is a however, often what happens is once we've progressed and we've developed and we feel as though we've got comfortable in the place where we're at, and it could be a place where we're actually very good at something, what will often come is either a crossroads, like we talked about that last month, but also I'm now being shown it's almost like a hill or a mountain in front of us. And for some people, those with a more adventurous spirit, they look on that mountain and they almost relish the challenge of needing to climb to the top of it, or wanting to climb to the top of it, seeing on that mountainside all the challenges that may well be, but all the opportunities to prove themselves and to achieve something that is actually very, very worthwhile. Another type of person will look at that mountain in front of them, which represents something in their life at the moment that needs to be conquered or looked at, and almost just see it as something which is completely unnavigatable, something that just cannot be crossed, cannot be reached the top of, something that is just insurmountable, and almost as though that mountain blocks out all of the light so that you can't actually see the way forward, you can't see any horizon. You just feel as though you need to stay in your comfort zone and doing what you've always been doing. The problem with the mountain is that it never is going to budge. And so therefore you need to find a way to navigate yourself around it, even those of you that actually initially really, really fear it. The mountain in your lives at the moment, and this can be taking many, many different forms, but it's something that is symbolic. It's something that it feels as though many of you are coming up against, almost like a brick wall at the moment, and thinking, well, where do I go from here? How can I get through this? How can I cross over? And I'm really asking you, Archangel Metatron is asking you to take his hand at this time and to realize that you don't have to do this alone. And actually to realize that the steps of this new journey that you need to take actually can be the most fun-filled, joyous times of your life, even in situations where it can look very bleak, and at a human level it can be almost, how can I carry on? I don't want to carry on. I just want to stand where I am at the moment and almost as though stop the clock, stop the world for a little bit and just be. The thing is, that's not going to happen, and we have to find within ourselves the courage and the power to literally move mountains so that we can achieve what we've really come here to do. And it feels as though this May time, and we're into springtime in the Northern Hemisphere, but for any of you watching around the world, it just feels that May time is about blossoming and flowering and becoming who you really are meant to be in this lifetime. And as though the seeds have been planted in many of you many, many months ago or many, many years ago, and that now they need to be watered and they need to have sunlight, metaphorically, to grow. You need to tend what you have planted in the past and actually bring it to fruition now. It very much feels as though the month that we're entering is a time where plans that have been made, maybe in the past, actually can come into being. And it feels quite a joyous time. And it feels such a contrast between what is out there globally at the moment and things that are happening at a global level that are actually trying to thwart this new growth and these new possibilities that are now within reach. And in a way, it's almost like our energies are being attacked, and we're being kept small so that we feel as though we can't climb that mountain in front of us. And I think at times like this, we really need to pull in the help that is available to us. And Archangel Metatron is here saying that he is ready to help you. He's ready to help you navigate whatever needs navigating in your life. But you need to find within yourself the courage to take that first step. And if you take that first step, you will find that he comes in and he supports you, but he won't do the first step for you. So May feels actually quite a positive month at a personal level to reach out and explore and to seek out new horizons, seek out new experiences, prove to yourself that you can do things that you never thought were possible. And this can be at a very small level. For some of you that have very intense fear issues going on in your life, it can be it can be just very, very small steps that are required of you, but doing something that proves to yourself that actually you are bigger and more powerful and more loving than you actually realized you were. There is a story in the news today as we make this video transmission, and Archangel Metatron is bringing it to mind, of the 3 women in America who were freed over the last 24 to 48 hours, who've been held in captivity for over 10 years. And the man who is credited with freeing them in a way did something in his lifetime which he will look back on and see as extraordinary. I don't know what the story of his life is, it doesn't matter, but in that one moment he actually went with his gut instinct and his heartfelt desire, which was that he realized that he was a genuine person in need, and he didn't walk by. He actually did something to free those young women. And he will be filled with such joy and light as a result of being totally in alignment with his truth and his calling, and he responded to it so beautifully. In our lives, we don't necessarily have dramatic things like that where we're called into action, but we have little things on a daily basis where we can either show our light or we can show our fear. And so often we show our fear and we give in to it, and we think, no, I couldn't do that, or I can't achieve that. And this May time, Metatron is really asking you to reach out and try something new. And it could be interesting what you choose, and what you need to choose is something that fills you with joy, something that fills you with joy and happiness. And as I say, this just feels such a contrast to what's going on globally in the world, where it feels quite dark and as though we're all being, the powers that be want to keep us quite small and in our safe place and in our comfort zone, because the scenario out there is that the world is a dangerous place. The world is actually your friend, and the world is a friendly place, and we need to claim it back. So that's the first message that's coming from Metatron today. I also want to connect in to a gold essence and see what he has to say with the gold ray. So I'm just going to reach up and get that. Okay, I've reached for a gold essence. I've actually pulled down Archangel Sandalphon's essence, and Sandalphon is the one who also works with Metatron, so that's interesting in itself. So let's just see what Archangel Sandalphon has to say today as well. They work together in unison, Metatron and Sandalphon, but for whatever reason, Sandalphon feels as though he has a message as well for us this May time. What we're going to do with the energy of Archangel Sandalphon is go into a short meditation. And I'd like you to, as you're sitting down watching this, to connect to your feet on the earth and get a sense of the energy in your feet and also in your lower legs. So I'm really talking about the energy from your knees all the way down your shins to your ankles and to your feet. And we're asking Archangel Sandalphon, who sits actually at your Earth Star chakra, which is beneath your feet, to literally let you have a physical sensation now of how this part of your body is feeling, the lower legs and the feet. This is very much linked into moving forward in life, your feet and your ankles and your knees. It's all about whether you are flexible and adaptable and are able to move forward, or whether you're feeling actually quite stuck in the mud and unable to move. So as we connect in with Archangel Sandalphon's help and Metatron beside us as well in a safe space, just get a sense of whether your legs and your feet feel heavy or whether they feel light. And for many of you, I'm sensing that actually your feet and your legs are feeling quite leaden, feeling quite heavy, feeling quite tired as well. Almost as though the words I'm getting is that we're rooted to the spot. And this is true for many of us. And as we feel rooted to the spot, in a way it feels quite comforting. It's as though we've got to know our own patch of ground and our own patch of earth that we stand on very, very well. We're really familiar with it actually. And it feels very comforting. It feels quite warm. You may get a sensation of warmth now coming into your feet and into your legs. And just allow that to happen. It's almost like the recognition of your safe little patch of ground. And then now, with Archangel Metatron's help, I'd like you just to get a vision of where you would like to be 3 months from now. You don't have to take it as far forward as that. You can do 1 month, but between 1 and 3 months. So, okay, let's start with 1 month. So just imagine maybe 1 month, 6 weeks from now, where you would like to be in your life. and make it realistic, make it something that is achievable. But just get a sense and a picture in your head of where you would like to be, the type of people you would like to be mixing with, or maybe it even is an emotional change. It's just something emotionally that has changed within you, but in some way it signifies moving forward in life. And it can be a big thing or it could be a little thing, but it needs to be something that is actually on the horizon and is realistic and is achievable for you in this time frame. So just getting a sense of what it is that you would like help with moving forward into over the next month or so. And then as we do that, we bring in the energy of Archangel Sandalphon, and he actually puts shoes on your feet. And you may get a sense of what these shoes look like. If so, look at the colour of them. Are they sandals? Are they closed shoes? Are they boots? Get a sense of what he's putting on your feet to help you manoeuvre through the territory that you're going to be going through over the next month. And as you do that, your feet start to feel warmer again, and you feel flexibility and adaptability coming into the ankle joints, moving up to the shins and the knees. And you feel as though your feet actually want to start moving. And in this meditative space, just imagine now, with holding Metatron's hand as well, that you're actually starting to walk, and you're walking in a very joyous way, a very light-hearted way actually on the earth. And it feels really easy to take those steps forward that you need to be taking over the next month. And as in your mind, as you see these steps, you can look back and you can see the footprints in the sand or the earth behind you, and you can see the progress that you are able to make this month. Just taking steps towards that goal, or whatever it is that you want to achieve or conquer or look at or feel or experience over these next 4 to 6 weeks. Knowing that you've got Archangel Sandalphon and Archangel Metatron helping you to move forward in your life. And taking that knowledge and that energy into your body and feeling that fluid movement, that fluid forward movement, the energy of that actually within your legs. And what Sandalphon and Metatron are doing is they're sealing it in, so that when the time is right for you over the next 6 weeks or so, you can actually take those steps yourself. But knowing that actually energy has left your body through your feet to enable that to happen. And you can watch this video again for that, just imagining the energy moving through your feet, but also that you're being gifted something that enables an ease of movement over the next 6 months. Over the next month or so. So that's a nice little technique to actually do. I'd like to pick a card now, and I use the Colour Mirrors Oracle range. I sell these cards as well. They're very, very beautiful. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. And they include angel messages, unicorn messages, dragon messages, obviously Metatron, and also the elements. They're very, very beautiful. I'm going to pick one now for the energy of May, for all of us. I'm taking the top one off the pack. We've got the Platinum Angel here. The Platinum Angel and it says oneness. So again, it's just remembering that interconnectivity of everything, and remembering that when we take steps forward, we affect other people as well in positive ways. And sometimes when we hold ourselves back and we don't do things, we're actually holding other people back as well, because there are people that need to experience maybe the new us, as it were, the person that has moved forward and has got additional knowledge or life experience or whatever it is. So platinum as a colour works very nicely with gold as well. And platinum rules the area above our head, the higher chakras. And I feel as though that's maybe a separate video to do, because the higher chakras are becoming more and more important as well. But we'll do that one a separate time. So we have Platinum Angel with us, helping us. And it does feel like we've got a bit of a blue theme going on actually here, because I've also got another blue card, and this one is about communication and peaceful words. And that's probably quite important actually, because sometimes when we're wanting to move forward in life, what prevents us from doing so often is the fact that we haven't necessarily communicated either to ourselves, as daft as that sounds, or listened to ourselves properly in terms of what we want to be doing. Or it could be that we've got people around us where we think, is it okay to actually take that new step? What are other people going to think? Communicate, talk about it. So talk to yourself, and by that I'm talking about trying to meditate and go into that inner space so you actually can hear what your soul wants you to do over the next 6 weeks. But also communicate physically as well. If it's something that obviously is going to be affecting other people, back to the oneness card, make sure that you keep your communication channels very open this month as well. So I'm going to leave it there for this month. As I say, keep looking back at my YouTube channel, which is Amanda Ellis 11. If you've enjoyed this, please subscribe as well, and then you'll get the videos as they come. And also my Facebook page, Angelic Celestial Colours. I post there at least 3 or 4 times a week. Thank you very much for listening. Bye for now.